on. He'll get you the sports any way that he can. It's Mike Francesa on the Fan. Sports Radio 66 and 101.9 FM, WFAN.
From the studios of WFAN, this is Mike's on Francesa on the Fan on this Thursday, the 15th day of November. And yes, as we look out the fan windows here, which I usually keep closed because we have this backdrop here for the TV and everything, and we just put the football thing down. If you open it, which we have it kind of open now, it is a driving snowstorm. It's 33 degrees, and it is like heavy snow right now. The weather just gets stranger and stranger. We talk about it all the time. We just go right from, summer to winter and winter to summer. It is bizarre. And right now, the weather is absolutely, very, very strange. It really is. It's a driving snowstorm. And I don't know what the accumulation is supposed to be. We'll have to wait and see. But right now, that's where it is. A driving snowstorm in the metropolitan area. Now, we're not expecting a lot, right? What is they say it's going to stop by 8 o'clock. Is that what the forecast is?
Yeah, rain in a little bit.
Okay, so it's going to switch to rain. So, okay. So you're not going to get any real, accumulation. But, hey, it's November 15th, and it's already snowing. Not a lot to think about. Now, as you've probably heard sometime today somewhere, we will have the Cy Young Award winner, Jacob deGrom, at 5 o'clock this afternoon, so we're looking forward to that. Congratulations to him. He got all but one vote, and I'm not going to, skew the person who didn't vote for him. I mean, who cares? I mean, my God, the guy voted for a top pitcher. I mean, it's like, all right, it's not I would have voted for deGrom. I mean, I thought he'd get every vote. He didn't. It's not the end of the world. I mean, let's not go crazy here that he didn't get every vote. Who cares? I mean, and the guy voted for Scherzer. I mean, Scherzer's a hell of a pitcher. So, that's just the way it went. But congratulations to him. He'll join us at 5 today. You got a good football game tonight. Seattle, I don't think Seattle's going to the playoffs. I don't think they're going to win enough games to get a wild card. They're not going to win their division. They've already lost twice to the Rams. They have no chance of winning their division. But they've played really well. But here's what you're looking at tonight as you watch a game where Seattle can absolutely win that game. Green Bay's back on the road again tonight, and that's not easy when they've, bounced, they yo-yoed back and forth across this country. Go out to L.A. and play a tough game. Go all the way back east and play the Pats a tough game. Come back into play Miami, then go back out west and play Seattle. Here's what you're looking at. There are a lot of teams in this league right now that have a very strong chance of not having the same coach next year. I'd say 8 are a lock, 10 are a possibility. And Seattle's one of those teams because Seattle's going to be sold from my understanding. You wondered what was going to happen after the death of Paul Allen. Seattle's going to be sold. Well, if Seattle's going to be sold, does that mean Pete retires? Does that mean Pete decides to go somewhere else? And Pete has done a really good job with this team. Pete's proven himself since the days of USC and through Seattle to be a top coach, and I never thought Pete would be a top coach. I didn't think he took things seriously enough to be a top coach, but he's become a top coach. I don't know if he wants to coach anymore. He's a very young 68, but I don't know what his future holds. We'll see, but he could definitely be out of there, and that team could get sold. I mean, it's going to get sold. Green Bay, they don't make the playoffs. They're going to have a new coach. You got a whole bunch of other teams. So you got these two tonight where obviously Seattle's played very well offensively. They've run the ball well. Russell Wilson's played really well. Obviously, you know what the Packers can do. Their young running back is playing well, and he's getting a chance to run the ball because, listen, you got to still play the defense to the pass, which makes it easy for him to run the ball. Especially when you just put any kind of semblance of an offensive line together there, and they have a good one. So that's where we are as we get ready for that game tonight. And as I said, a lot of places where you could have new coaches next year. Here, Green Bay, Seattle, Cleveland, of course, going to, Tampa Bay, Baltimore, Dallas, Denver. I'm not buying Detroit. I don't think they'll bounce them after 1 year. I'm not buying the Giants. I don't think they'll bounce them after 1 year. I don't think they'll make a change in Arizona either. The other places I could see definitely happening. Throw in a couple of surprise spots. And you could have 8 or 10 of these at the end of the year. The other thing I would say is this. This is only, and boy, did Michigan just beat on Villanova last night. One of the worst losses Jay Wright's ever had. But hey, kudos to a very good coach and his Michigan team. But it is November. It is not March. That's not a March loss. That's a November loss. So you can take those losses in November. They sting in November. In March, those are tough to live down. They got absolutely brutalized. I don't usually talk about kids when they come in from high school. I don't look at high school recruits, and I never pay any attention. One coach, college coach that I know well, told me, he said, this kid coming to Duke is the best player to come into college in a generation. He's the best prospect, complete player since LeBron James. And I said, hey, that's a little crazy. And they said, he's not LeBron James. He's a little different. He's 6'2", Kevin. He's packing a lot of muscle. It's not a point guard. LeBron's is everything. LeBron is a point guard. Last night, LeBron had 44, 9, and 10. If you didn't pay attention, they're playing a little better. This kid, though, after 3 games, and I've watched video of all 3 of his games. Matter of fact, I watched a whole bunch of it last night, of all 3 games. He's playing on, he needs a higher level. This is too easy. I'm being honest, this is too easy. I mean, the kid he's averaged 25 minutes a game. He's averaged, he scored 28, 27, and 21. So he has scored 27 and a half and then split it. So he's scoring like 25 points a game in 24 minutes of play. He's 32 of 39 from the floor in the 3 games. 32 of 39. So he's not playing major minutes. They're not running it up. Now, he doesn't make his free throws yet. Okay? And he's only taken a couple of threes. He's like 1 for 3 or something, shooting the 3. So that's nominal. He's a brutish kid. He's packing 280 pounds on a 6'7" frame, and it's all muscle. But this kid is not good. He's better than college. He's actually going to have to play. He's going to have to play down to opponents. He's so good. Now, that doesn't mean they're going to go undefeated. They won't. Doesn't mean they automatically win the national championship. It doesn't. Basketball doesn't work that way. But is he that good? Yes. Now, what I don't know yet is he's the kind of, is this it body-wise with him? Does he get taller? I don't know. He's 18. If his body stays the same, he's in an odd position because remember, if he's going to play 4 sometimes in the pros, he's going to play against guys a head taller. If he's going to play the 3, he's going to play against guys a lot quicker who are going to take him out on the perimeter. So he's going to be a brutish player in the pros, and he's got everything. He's got tremendous talent. Block shots, pass, shoot, play defense, the whole deal. I just wonder about his being a little bit of a tweener at the moment as far as where he fits in exactly and how big he's going to get. You don't want to put any more weight on than he's got already. He's already got that at 18. He's all muscle. He's 280 pounds, though. He's not 240. He's going to grow into it. He's 280 now. But he's the best player I've seen step on a college floor in a very long time. Very, very. All these kids, what we've talked about in recent years, he's better. Right now, he's better than all of them. That doesn't mean he's going to walk into pros and be better than every one of them. Does not mean that. Because, like I said, his size is a little quirky. But right now, his game and his ability and what he can do on this level, he's scary. Absolutely scary. Listen, he's scoring so easy. He's playing 20 minutes a night Now, I understand he's played Army in Eastern Michigan, but he also played Kentucky. It doesn't get any better. He doesn't see any more talent than he saw in the Kentucky game. There's no more talent to show him better than there is in the Kentucky game. There are no big front lines in college of upperclassmen. They don't exist. They're not in the NBA. They've left already. There's no upperclassmen to show them in college. Wait till he plays this guy. Well, there's no one there. They don't exist. Those guys leave after 1 year and go into pros, so they're not there. Those guys you'd be thinking about are in their second and third years in the league already. So there isn't a guy like that. And we've seen guys walk in and play. We know what some of the Kentucky players have done in the pros. I mean, they've done some special stuff. Put up some big, big numbers. This kid is scary good right now. He's playing, like I said, he's stepped in and he's actually playing at a level. He doesn't belong in college, that's my best point. He could have belonged in college at one time when there were upperclassmen, where he could have run into a Tim Duncan in his league. Or he could have run into guys like that who were upperclassmen. But those guys don't exist anymore in this NBA, in this college game, in this era of basketball. They're not existing anymore. So he doesn't get to see that kind of player. So there's nobody to do that to him. Nobody is going to push him around on a baseline in this country. There's no one to do that. And he's that good. As good as they said he was, he's that good. He's actually doing this where you say, wow, he needs a higher league to play in. He right now needs to be playing in the NBA. He's NBA ready. So it should be a fun year to watch him because, like I said, he's putting up his 28 and 16. His last night was 27 and 9, or what I think it was 27 and 9 in like a couple of. Listen, they're winning. I don't think Eastern Michigan had 10 at half. I think it was 46-9 at the half. I think that's what the score was. So I'm not trying to make a big deal about the score. The score itself doesn't really interest me. We know that Duke could have scored. It was 48-13 at the half. Last night he wound up with 21 points and 9 rebounds in 22 minutes. And for the 3 games, he's 32 minutes he played against Army. He was 27 and 16, 11 of 14 from the floor. Last night he was 21 minutes, 21 points, 9 rebounds, 10 of 12 from the floor. And the Kentucky game, he played 23 minutes. He had 28 points and 7 rebounds, and he was 11 of 13 from the floor. He's shooting 61% from the foul line if you want to look for an Achilles heel. He is 11 for 18 from the foul line. And he only shot a couple of threes. 6'7", 282 pounds is what they list him at. But he's the real deal. I mean, he's past the real deal. He's the best we've seen in a long time. And obviously, it'll be a fun year to see who's going to stop them because he has some talent around him too. But again, carrying undefeated would be a curse. It won't happen. They'll get picked off one night in the ACC because, you know what, somebody will rain down a whole bunch of threes one night and beat them. That's just the way the game is played. And they're not allowed to win anything because one and done, there's no such thing as guarantees because a lot of those Kentucky players who are ripping up the NBA didn't win championships. I know they're going to get a little better coaching at Duke, but as far as the team concept goes, but still, it doesn't mean they're going to automatically win. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this is a special player. Back after this.